Hi there, this is Paul. Welcome to my show, Meta-Humans. Last week I discussed about the virtual world, atoms, molecules, cells, and how things break down. This week I'm going to tie that all into a story in the Bible when Jesus was on the boat. See, when Jesus was on the boat, he was with a bunch of great men. Now, these men were his disciples. They knew about his teachings. They knew about heaven. They knew about the afterlife. They knew about God's faith. But all of a sudden there was a storm on this boat that caused them to lose all of it. A great storm. Lightning, thunder, hurricanes. And at the same time, they were petrified. They were scared. They were fearful. And all of a sudden they were in danger of their lives. And they were like, what's going on? Where's Jesus at through the midst of all this storm? Where's Jesus at? And they couldn't find him. And one man goes down and he looks under the boat. And to his surprise, Jesus is asleep. How can you be asleep in the midst of all what's going on, Jesus? There's a big storm going on. We're about to die, Jesus. And Jesus is there resting. And he's asleep. And that tells you something. No matter what we're going through, no matter what pain, whatever it is, how big it is, even if you're fearful of death, to just rest and to put it in God's hands. And Jesus was trying to show them as an example. But one man grabs Jesus. I can imagine Jesus being aggravated because he's trying to show his disciples something, and they're fearful. They don't get it, and they're bothering him, and they're saying, Jesus, help us, Jesus. What's going on? Help us. We're confused, Jesus. It's not supposed to be this way. And Jesus is resting, and he gets up. And I can imagine him shrinking his shoulder and say, okay. And he moves him out of the way, and he starts to walk. And he's walking over this tumbled boat that's almost about to sink. And he's walking. And he's walking. All of a sudden, he's walking over the water. He's defying gravity. He's defying elements. What's going on? Somebody thinks they see a ghost. And he's showing them something in this virtual world. He's showing them that all this doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And he's walking. And he's walking over the water. And he's like, come on. If you just believe what I believe, you will be able to do the same as I can. These limitless possibilities are inside of all of us. And only one man believes them. And he sees them. And he's like, I can't believe this. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out of my way and leap over faith. And I'm going to go out into the water with you, Jesus. And he does. And he steps out of the boat. And for a split second, there's no storm. There's nothing. There's no distraction. He empties that and he focuses directly on Jesus outside in the water. And he's like, I'm coming, Jesus. I'm coming. And she's like, come on. You can come. And at the same time, there's a bolt of lightning. There's thunder in the air. So distraction. He looks around. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm above water. All of a sudden, he realizes where he's at. And he loses his eye and his focus off of Jesus. He's like, he's sinking. He comes back into this existence that the pain is still there. So he's sinking. And Jesus is like, no. Just believe in me. Just believe in me. And he does. So Jesus goes and he goes to save him out of the water. And he puts him back on the boat. Now that tells me something. If we could just focus on what this man, this incredible Savior of ours was showing us. Beyond his miracles, beyond his faith, beyond his limitless possibilities. That one man can do it. It's still with us. Even over 2,000 years ago, it still lives inside of us all. It's still inside of me. It's still inside of you. And it's still inside of everyone. This limitless possibility is out there for all of us. So what that told me was that, and the story is that no matter what happens in life, no matter what the storm, no matter how big it seems to be, even if it's the scariest storm in your life, even if you don't know what's going to happen next, even if you're going to die, if you believe, if you just simply believe, then God will be there. He will be there at your calling. Your Creator, the one who created you. Thank you again for tuning in to, again, another episode of MetaHumans. I appreciate it. This has been a special episode for me. I appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I wish you all well. Tune in next week. Again, this is MetaHumans. Until next time, we'll let it praise for a few seconds. Thank you.